Time to call our friend Pawn Ranger. Pawn Ranger is a tokusatsu and mecha-inspired Kaigai idol based in New Jersey. Debuting in 2021, they have toured the US, released original music, and worked to create resources for the Kaigai idol community through various events and organizations. I see Pawn Ranger on the line now. Hi, Pawn. Thanks for meeting with us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Pawn Ranger. I am a tokusatsu and mecha-inspired idol from New Jersey. I have been a Kaigai idol for about 4 years now, as of this May. My aesthetic style is really informed by tokusatsu, which is a form of filmmaking that incorporates a lot of practical special effects. Tokusatsu is a really wide genre, so it's kind of hard to nail down, but I'm really inspired by Toei titles like Robocon, Shiki comedy series type things. I'm also a big fan of and seek to spread the yakai aspects of Oda culture, like Colin Mix, Wodoge, Chikage, etc. Those things kind of just take place within Anikura culture.
Yeah, that sounds super cool. It sounds like you're into some more underground concepts that the general Kaigai USA scene might not be aware of. How would you categorize your idol brand?
I would categorize myself as a Chica idol or an underground idol. Despite all the theatrics I have going on with the Toku theme, I don't consider who I am on stage to be an idol sona in sense of playing a original character. On the stage and off the stage, I am the same guy.
What's your go-to performance style, and what was your debut like?
I sing and dance. I have a long way to go even still, and I've been working on my skills. I primarily like to perform on stage over publishing covers online. My first performance was at Now Presenting at Otakon 2022. I did perform in some hallway lives previous to that, but it was my first time on like a stage. I had worked really hard to do my best for this, and I was absolutely terrified that like 1, people would hate my performance, and 2, that I would just suck. I would just flop. But I pushed through. I think I did really well for my first go around. One piece of advice I would give to a Kaigai idol heading into their debut is to be inspired by the people that have been doing this for a long time, but don't compare yourself to them. They've been around for several years, which means they have several years of experience under their belt. And you're you. And you will get there after those several years. But don't be too hard on yourself if you're not matching up to people with experience.
That's great advice. So, what inspired you to take live performance and make it beyond just a hobby?
After the first Red Party I did in 2024 last year, I got inspired to take this more seriously. I had a lot of people from all over the world tune in to the stream that we did after like fully expecting like maybe 5 people to tune in and 10 or 20 people to show up to the actual show in person. It was crazy. A bunch of people from all over the world tuned in. And now I'm here.
What's a challenge about performing live you had to overcome?
So the hardest part about being live on stage is just the being perceived. Much of performing well live is just getting over that mental hump of, oh god, oh no, I'm being perceived, what are they thinking? And ironically, the hardest part about doing it for a camera is the fact that there's no audience to bounce off of. Literally anything can happen live.
Anything can happen. So what inspires you to stay motivated through those challenges and in the routine of working hard?
My fans. Like, really, being able to give a fun performance is really important to me, and I wouldn't be able to do that without continuing to work hard.
Switching gears a little, it looks like you've traveled quite a bit for performances. What's that been like, experiencing idol culture in different regions?
I would say about 90% of my performances are outside of my state, and then 50% are outside of my general region of the US. So my home region of the Northeast is a huge growing hotspot for Kaigai idol culture. But I also see like SoCal, like LA area, places in the Midwest, and places in Texas becoming hotspots too. And I'd really like to go to all of them someday.
It looks like you've been involved in event planning for local idol shows. Tell us about your agency.
So as of right now, we don't really have like an official event planning agency. We're just sort of people that started working together. We've been calling ourselves the World Chaos Party crew because we all started officially working together during World Chaos Party. But my group of very talented friends, Ashes, Aiden, Lance, Ando, Ella, Royal, and Kay, all helped me beef up everything really good for Red Party this year. And it really set in stone for us that, like, we want to keep running events. Yeah, we ended up meeting by chance and having a lot of passion. When we tried working together for a World Chaos Party, it worked so good, and now we're working together for the greater good. I think we've created a real dream team with that.
From where does World Chaos Party draw inspiration? Also, where would you like to see other agencies and idols drawing inspiration from in the larger Kaigai idol space?
We draw a lot of inspiration, well, obviously first from like Japanese Chica idols and Lifehouse culture in Japan, and like, unsurprisingly, Kaigai idols from Thailand and Taiwan. We're also really inspired by the work of our friends on tech teams in the VTuber fansphere, such as Ochi Spark and Production Yakai. In the larger Kaigai idol space, I think I'd like to see more inspiration from 3D idols. I also love idol anime, but I think there's a really rich, untapped world of idols to be explored with both mainstream and underground idols. But I already do see that happening with people getting into iLife, Tokimeki Sendenbu, after seeing their music blow up on social media. So it makes me happy to see that people are finding their entry places. A lot like when I was younger and the entry point was like Morning Musume and AKB48.
3-part question about event planning. What's your favorite part of running idol events? What would you say is the most challenging part? And how would one get started planning their own shows?
So my favorite part of running events is getting to see the excitement for people going, and the hardest part will always be actually running the event. So like funding, contingency planning, plans A, B, and C, logistics, you know. It's like Tetris, but when it all falls into place, it's basically perfect. How one gets started planning their own events is start with a vision and then go out from there. Everyone's events that they'll run will be different, so their needs will also be different. Key components like venue, tech, advertising, and funding are like the base, but if someone has like a specific vision, if they want it to be cosplay centric, if they want it to be original idols, if they want to bring in international talents, if they want it to be super big, if they want it to be super intimate, their needs are just simply going to be different based on the vision they have. There's just so many moving parts, so if you are looking to plan your own event, take it slow and work smart. And if you ever need advice for running events, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to answer any questions about my experience with Red Party, and then if you have more ideas about your dream stuff, I can help point you in the right direction.
Thank you so much for sharing and for meeting with us today, Pawn Ranger. We're really glad to have you on the stream. Last question, where can the people find you online?
Thank you for having me. So you can find me at Pawn Ranger on Instagram and at Bakery Sentai on YouTube and Twitter. I also have a website that you can find everything that I'm up to at pawnranger.net. And I hope to see you all soon.
Bye-bye, Pawn. That has been New Jersey's tokusatsu chica idol, Pawn Ranger. We couldn't showcase the full interview today, so be sure to check out the full video on ChuSeibu's YouTube channel later.